I have nothing but fond memories of Pokémon Stadium. The game came out at just the right time when it seemed every kid my age was playing the games and watching the TV show and trading the cards, and come to think of it, my life was pretty much just Pokémon and nothing else. The big thing about Pokémon Stadium was that it was compatible with the Nintendo 64 Transfer Pack, which meant that it was compatible with Pokémon Red, Blue, and Yellow on Game Boy. You could take your Game Boy game and load it up into Stadium, bringing all your monsters with you to tackle the various modes. You could even play your games on the TV screen, so that for the first time you could actually see what was going on without having to hold your Game Boy at some weird angle up to the sun. I haven't touched these old games in a long time, but it wouldn't be Pokémon Stadium if you didn't connect Red and Blue to it. Hey, the thing came bundled with a transfer pack after all, and was pretty much the only reason you'd ever have one. In fact, the only reason you'd even have Pokémon Stadium in the first place is to enhance your Game Boy experience. The thing depends on you connecting Red or Blue to it, but 13 years later, those save files are long gone. But that's the ultimate challenge. Can this thing stand up by itself, or was it entirely dependent on Pokémania to be a hit? The world of Pokémon is forged from the four elements: Earth, Wind, Water, and balloons. Wait, what the hell is this? Check it out. It looks fine on the TV, but the recording of it is all messed up. Let me tell you, if you want a quick and easy way to record high-quality video game footage to your computer, then the Horpog HD PVR is a big pile of fucking shit. Well, that's a no-go. I was just gonna give up, but luckily, Pokémon Stadium 2 only bugs out some of the time. It shares a lot of features with the first game as well, just updated for Gold and Silver. I still couldn't get it to connect to any of the Game Boy games though. I tried making a new save file on Gold, but it probably just disappeared once I turned the game off. One time I thought I had it connected, and it gave me this error message a few times, but without going all DIY, cleaning the contacts and replacing the save battery, this thing just isn't going to work properly. There's a couple different modes here, so we'll just try them out in order. First up is the Stadium, where you can fight a series of opponents in various level categories. If you could register your Game Boy team to fight, or choose from the rental monsters who all have stats and movesets that I can only assume were chosen at random. At least you get to select the legendary monsters. You only get to pick 3 of your 6 to actually battle though, but with the legendary birds by my side, I reckon I'm pretty much indestructible, especially when my opponent sends a ferret against them. Or a ferret, see, because it's a female. It's pretty cute. AI nicknames its monsters. Now let's kill the son of a bitch.
Vicious attack! No, that didn't connect. A hot battle is unfolding.
The announcer guy is great. Battles can get pretty dull, especially when you're using stock monsters to fight computer opponents. But that guy and the 3D moves do a lot to keep you interested. The trainers even get little dialogue boxes as well.
Which Pokemon will join the battle now? Oh, it's Ampharos!
Did that Ampharos just twerk?
Shake it, bake it, booty, quake it, roll it around. Go fake it, shake it, bake it, booty, quake it, roll it around. Go fake it, shake it, bake it, booty, quake it, roll it around. Go fake it, shake it, bake it, booty, quake it, roll it around.
Damn, I'll get my ass kicked. I just barely managed to win the first round of the tournament using all legendaries. As much as I love Pokemon, high-level strategy ain't my thing. But enough of that. Let's try the Gym Leader Castle, where you face every gym leader from the games, the Elite Four, and finally take on Red in a battle to prove who is the greatest. Oh hey, I do have some registered teams for this mode. Whoa, Phil Ness! That's my old save file from Pokémon Crystal. I had Celebi and Mew, apparently. Of course, I was never any good at Pokémon, so my monsters absolutely suck. Mew has Rock Smash, of all things. That move blows no matter who you put it on. And Mega Punch? I must have been giving it moves at random or something. Speaking of random, there's something I want to show you from Pokémon Stadium 1. You'll have to deal with this dodgy footage, but at some point in the year 2000, I had a Zapdos called The Rock. That pretty much just sums up my entire life right there. Anyway, Red totally obliterates my team with the greatest of ease. Kinda strange how he doesn't use Pikachu, or like any of the monsters he does in the series, but whatever. Next up is the Pokémon Academy, the only mode that wasn't also in the first Stadium game. In the library, you can read up on pretty much everything to do with Gold and Silver. There are much, much better resources for this stuff nowadays, of course, and strategy guides were probably easier to reference back in the day, but it's still pretty cool. The real attraction here is the classroom, though, where you can learn and practice how to play. There are some fun trivia quizzes to test your knowledge, and special battles to get you thinking about particular strategies, like using Dig or Fly to avoid Solar Beam or Skull Bash. It's pretty cool. Beginners can learn the basic, and pros can show off their knowledge. This was always my favourite part of the game. Except for the mini-games, of course. I think everybody liked mini-games the most in these games. I never played Pokemon Colosseum because it didn't have the mini-games like Stadium did. I had some friends over recently and we had a good laugh with them. You've got Beyblades with Hitmontop knocking people out of the ring. You've got this egg-catching game with Chansey. You dodge the Voltorbs, grab the eggs, and once the game is over, you just chuck them all in the water. You've got Delibirds running around trying to deliver presents. Yeah, get the piano. Kids want a piano for Christmas. Oh yeah, a special Pikachu-themed N64 in stores now. Gotta get that. Yeah, get that Game Boy. Yeah, kids love the Game Boy, you know. I mean, the Game Boy Color had been out for years at this point, but nah, get that OG Game Boy in there, stock in. Yeah! Christmas is saved, thanks to Pokemon. And you've got my personal favourite, the counting game. Pokemon move along the screen, and you count them. Simple, but fun. I also love how the AI goes wild sometimes for no reason. The minigames are just great. There are some good ones in Stadium 1 as well, but these are better. There's even a quiz that has questions ranging from, do you remember the name of every random-ass trainer in the game, to which of these Pokemon is black? And that's on hard difficulty. Not that I'm complaining, I mean I still can't beat the high score. And that's about all there is for the Pokémon Stadium games. At least if you don't connect them to a Game Boy version. If you have the patience and skill to beat everything in the game, then apparently you unlock a Farfetch'd with Baton Pass. Okay. Also it starts round 2, which makes the game harder and switches up enemy teams. Of course, I was never good enough to get that far, and I'm certainly not going to play the games now going through all those battles just so I can show you, 5 seconds of credits footage? I'm going to leave it there. And it does kind of pain me to say this, but you can leave the Pokémon Stadium games on the shelf. If you want to go on a serious retro binge, and you can get it all working, then they are a nice supplement to the Red and Blue and Gold and Silver and Yellow and Crystal games, but they are lacking in original content. The minigames are alright, with friends at least, and the Gym Leader Tower might be good for one go-around, but aside from that, you're really hard-pressed to find excuses to keep playing these.